Hello, my name is Andrew Roberts, and I'm a fourth-year PhD student at Boston University in the Computing and Data Sciences department. I'm also a second-year trainee in the BU Urban program. I'm going to talk today about my summer internship at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I was fortunate to spend 2 months there working with the Uncertainty Quantification and Statistical Analysis Group on a project titled Spatial Modeling and Uncertainty Quantification for Improved Urban Carbon Flux Inversion. The motivation for this project comes from the problem of carbon monitoring. Carbon dioxide is a dominant driver of human-induced climate change, and a wide variety of legislation exists from the local all the way to the international level in order to curb net carbon emissions in order to mitigate climate impacts. A key challenge to enforce such agreements is the requirement to actually quantify carbon sources and sinks. In other words, to measure how much carbon is being released into the atmosphere and by whom. This process is summarized by these three words here, monitoring, reporting, and verification. Essentially, it just means measuring carbon, reporting the measurements, and having a third party verify the validity of the measurements. Having confidence in this process of verification is crucial for decision makers, given that they use this information for short and long-term planning purposes. So this might be management of a local forest or enforcement of international climate agreements, for example. It's important to note that there are many challenges associated with this verification procedure. These methods almost always come with a whole host of uncertainties that are poorly understood. And then these challenges are only amplified when considering urban areas due to the density of human activity in cities. However, it's also crucial to continue to improve carbon monitoring in cities, given that CO2 emissions represent about 70% of the global emissions and will likely continue to increase as large metropolitan areas are projected to grow twice as fast as the world population in the coming 15 years, as can be seen by this plot from the United Nations here. So the work I did for my internship involved the development of statistical methods aimed at improving the verification of carbon estimates at small spatial scales, the kind of scales that are important in cities. My work also sought to emphasize the importance of quantifying uncertainties in carbon estimates so that decision makers can make informed policy and planning decisions using those uncertainty estimates. So I really enjoyed my time working with the Uncertainty Quantification and Statistical Analysis Group at JPL. In addition to presenting my work to the members of this team, my advisor and I are currently working to set up a talk to CARB, the California Air Resources Board. I view this as part of a continuing process of strengthening ties between various stakeholders across academia and government. And thank you very much for listening.